Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and a new Nigeria is possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, we've come again to have a discussion on what is happening in Nigeria, especially both in Kanu state tensions are high, River state tensions are high, and the minimum wage is yet to be communicated to the National Assembly. Reports coming in is that Tinubu is about to send in 62,000 naira while they have an agreement or arrangement with the National Assembly, both the House and the Senate, to move it up to 70,000. That is a report that is coming in at this very hour. And again, we have massive things that protest that is going on in River State, and that is at the moment the airport in River State has been blockaded as people cannot be able to travel again as of today. The IPO community women had blockaded the Portharcourt Airport, causing significant disruption and leaving passengers stranded amid the escalating political crisis in River State. The women were actively blocking the airport entrance as at this morning, numerous cars carrying passengers were seen queued up, unable to enter the airport. Some women brought cooking pots, firewood, ingredients, and we are seeing pounding items in mortars at the entrance. Although the women had not spoken to the press at the time we are bringing this report, they were heard talking loudly among themselves. And the River State Police Command had previously warned against a planned protest by the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees. Police spokesperson Grace Koko stated, and in quote, "The River State Police Command has become aware of the planned protest by the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees scheduled for June. And while the command recognizes and respects the right to lawful assembly, it has credible intelligence that this very protest will infiltrate and hijacked by hoodlums seeking to cause disruption and mayhem within the state." Meanwhile, several passengers who were unable to travel due to a delay at the entrance of the airport missed their flight, while some flights continue to delay. Consequently, the police command strongly advises organizers to suspend the planned protest to prevent a possible breakdown of law and order. The police will take all necessary lawful measures to protect the lives and properties of every resident in River State. That is what the command states. And somewhere else in River State, we also see that the youths are also protesting in another development, and that is the youths of Finema community in Boni local government area of River State. This same morning, shut down 2 oil service companies, and that is Saipeng Construction Nigerian Limited and Dewu Engineering and Construction Limited, over what they described as neglect and marginalization in the ongoing Train 7 project of the Nigerian Liquefied National Gas Limited. The 2 companies are the contractors handling that said project. The youths defied this early morning rain, which had lasted several hours, to barricade the gates of these companies, preventing entrance and the exit of staff. They are demanding implementation of the Local Government Development Act 2017 and the inclusion of host communities in the project. And that is what is happening right now in River State. Coming back to the studio, I have Divine Dawns and Peaceful Peace to have these discussions.
A very warm welcome, and thank you for joining us on today's live broadcast.
Good afternoon, Obidient worldwide, and welcome.
Yes, wherever you're watching us, please like, share, and subscribe to Obidient Family, and that is the way to actually help promote the Obidient movement going on as we come every day to deliberate on the issues that are happening in Nigeria. Let's start with Divine. We have seen the protests happening in the airport. First, mostly we know is the elite that flies, and today they were met with the so-called peasants who happens to be the host community to this airport. And what they are protesting about that people say they don't know, this has been happening before. So this is not the first time that we see women, youths in Rivers State going to the airport to block the airport. This is not the first time. And the issue has not been handled because their demands are one, that their community are not being employed at that very airport. Right. They are not being included. They lack water, they lack light, they lack several things. Yet, it is their community that basically the airport is housed, and the people are, government is making money off on that.
Well, this all boils down to hardship that, these people are facing in this, current situation. Because just a few months ago, we had a similar report in the same, Portharcourt Airport where, women and children actually barricaded the whole place. But I think the entire point is that these people are suffering, and for a community that plays host to such a big establishment, talking about both the people that went to go and, close off the oil company, these people are just asking for one thing, that they should be included. Like you rightly brought up the situation of, employment. If a community is playing host to an establishment as big as this, they should be able to reap the dividends of this, civilization being in their community. They should have water, they should have light, they should have jobs being, given to the indigents of that community. So I understand them. The fact that they are not particularly coming out here now to tell us the reason why they are actually protesting, I think is as clear as day, right? It has happened before, and all they are asking for is that they get, a fair share of, the money that these people make in their community. Employ these people, give them jobs, make sure there's light and there's social amenities. I don't think anybody would want to even come outside to say they are blocking, the businesses of the day. They are just
River State, I believe, is making so much money for the federal government. Right. Outside of what the airport rakes in for them in the aviation sector, we know about the oil, you understand me, that comes. At least we know about the allocation that goes to the state. Now, but this airport is not per se managed by the state government. It is a federal airport. And by that, we look at the host community. Usually, wherever we have such establishment, the host communities are properly engaged. Do you understand? Right. So that such issues will not arise. Now we have seen the likes of people who might be traveling for appointment to Lagos, to Abuja. They will be stranded. And some of them will not even go to court or even take the federal government to court when all of these things are happening, because they are all elites. They believe they don't have time for all of those things. But at the same time, we Nigerians need to understand that there are certain things that must be done and be undertaken by the government, so that at least the people of a certain community where those things are will benefit. Like you rightly said, the issue of these youths, the ones that blocked the gates of these two companies existing, right. I mean, it's very, very obvious. If they were employed in that very place, they will not have that. And they have a train project. I mean, right. the companies are supposed to train them, employ them and stuff like that, but they are being marginalized in their own states, in their own communities, where the oil they are drilling or they are making money from is actually warehoused. So this is really very, very appalling. So the Bonny youths that shut down the Saipen Dawu over NJ Train 7 project, they should also consider negotiations with these companies so that they will not stop the economic activities that go down there. Now, peace. I know say your mother don't they do mui since. The whole this thing where would they talk now about the community, your interest. Where every day they come out, they talk now about the poorest of the poor people, and the people where the thing that affect. See, among these women and youth where we say they come out where they do this protest now, you no go see any elite where come out there. You no go see any local government chairperson. You no go see any woman leader. Now the people where we say they day for that community where we say they no fit seafood chop. When they talk about economic hardship. So this elites, they know they understand it because they fit do 3 times meal in a day. But now we know say their one meal go reach 10K per meal. Now then go they make you multiply them. But the one where we say go reach the poor people where they for that community where we say maybe na farming gongo, now they fit they do. they know if you do. To employ their children work, they know if you give them work. And still, if they come on one protest, then go tell them say, make them for the calm down. You think say, make them take them like that, calm down, I be make them block and well, so that they go give them waiting they want.
Well, thank you, Mr. Kanu. As we all know, say, Nigeria don't they sink down gradually. And all thanks to the reforms of the government, because they don't they spoil this country, they don't they scatter Nigeria, everything don't they go down gradually. Nigeria will be giant of Africa, will be say everybody they happy say I come from Nigeria, I come from Nigeria. But now people know even they proud to say they come from Nigeria. Wait till I go talk on the aspect of the youth where they protest and they know they happy true because inside life we did so, and this inside life where we did, we get unspoken worries, we get people where they pass through things, we get people where be saying now hunger they wire them, and now that hunger now carry them come out, now that job where they no get now carry them come out. People they vex, so true people they vex. If you enter street you go no say the hustle they real, and many people they vex, people know they happy, so then may they can't stop. Now if they stop, they no go get wetin they want. But even if say they continue, we they still get wetin they want. Wetin I go talk be say, may they just just tread carefully. Even if say they protest, may they make sure say their life first they important, because now their life they important. May they make sure say their life they protected wherever them they, because if anything happen to you, you not consign these people, just like you say where they no still come out. True, we don't date this Nigeria, we don't know how things they solve. They no go come out because they never finish flying around now. They never finish going where they won't go with their helicopter. So if you true they protest and they fight for their right, I feel their pain, because they easy. We get bad roads, we get corruption here and there, we get bad economy, things just they rise every day. People know they shop, people just they vex. So if true say they won't continue, may they continue, but may they look out for their life, which is very important, because actually this is beyond cruise. We can't fold our arms and allow these people just they treat us anyhow. So their protest, when they protest, they go, but may they make sure say their life they safe.
Yeah, their life go they protected. Say that very one a primary concern for government. Police go there, and police go protect them, because what we see say then they do now peaceful protest and they do. But like you rightly mentioned though, the administration where we then and a hopelessness 9 day, and not be only here with the talk am. Other people, even mainstream media talk am. You get the one where we say come out where I like that one, they come out for New Central where they talk say the hope where would they talk about for this Nigeria where APC they talk saying a hopelessness. Now so they analyze them for New Central, and I like credit to them. Make we for even hear how they take talk am for there before we go come back. We no go take.
And the same Nigerians have had to make completely insane sacrifices just to survive current realities. The same government does the complete opposite, has no thought in itself to hold back when it's time to spend billions and billions of naira. In what way in any universe is spending 21 billion naira on the vice president's residence beneficial to the Nigerian people? Why does Nigeria need that residence currently? And calling this a waste of money, of course, calling the whole project a waste of money, goes to show Nigerians exactly what this government has in its renewed hope agenda. More and more waste of the country's resources. Now, not only is the renewed hope wasteful in mind-blowing proportions, it is also very proud and loud when they waste Nigeria's money. It's only in Nigeria that you see the president or vice president and other top government officials leave their official duties to go and cut ribbon at the opening of a house. You wouldn't see this anywhere else in the world. And it shows clearly that these people are not busy. They have their priorities very, very twisted. One would expect that when such an expense is brought to the National Assembly or Mr. President's table, they will look at it and say, no, not right now, because Nigeria needs every available penny to be redirected into healthcare and education, security, and other more important issues. That's what you would expect in a country that knows that it doesn't have money to waste. But Nigeria has money to waste. The Nigerian government has money to waste. The renewed hope agenda has billions of naira to waste. Don't be fooled. And so it is in my view that we need to stop trying to remind the presidency about the sufferings of Nigerians. Stop this whole talk about, oh, Mr. President needs to be made aware that Nigerians are going through a lot. Because don't be deceived. It's not that they are not aware. They just have other things that they are focused on in the interim.
They used to say early in the 80s, we used to have what they call "Which Way Nigeria," which way to go. Who sang that song? Who sang that song? I think is it Sonny Okosun or something. Which way Nigeria? Which way to go? I love my fatherland. Oh my goodness. Anyway, well, we have heard so much about the hopelessness that is going on. Meanwhile, we have reports that are coming in that the 62,000 naira starvation wage that is approved by the Bola Tinubu's administration, the agreement that they have with the National Assembly is that they will stick to 62,000 naira and then send it to the National Assembly. The National Assembly will say, no, we are opening it to 70 naira so that their constituents will be happy that they have done something. That is what has been trending. Well, as you know, we know all what their plans are because there are people who are over there who investigate. But Labour is saying something clearly here, that they are not part of this agreement. They are not part of this negotiation. Now, whether Labour on itself is being honest to Nigerians, we are yet to know that. It is their reaction after this bill has been sent to the National Assembly and it will be passed at 70,000 naira that we know truly whether they are sincere to Nigerian workers or not. Pending that, let's take a listen to what Joe Ajero, who happens the NLC president, has to say about all of this. Let's take a listen. We'll come back. We'll not go take.
The Nigerian Labour Congress President, Joe Ajero, is using the opportunity of the visit of Kogi State officials to reiterate that the stakeholders must cross-check the national minimum wage document before a bill is submitted to the National Assembly.
There are some issues that were discussed there, and since we have not received a copy of what is being transmitted to the President, that may be contentious if we don't have a synergy. The issue of the frequency of review is an issue. The issue of checking, market prices, the issue of checking inflation and all those issues, are some of the issues that were negotiated there. So you can't take just whatever you like to that place and expect the whole house to be quiet.
The officials from Kogi State government used the visit to refute claims by the Federal Ministry of Finance that the state was not paying the 30,000 naira national minimum wage.
I want to make it clear that Kogi State is paying 30,000 naira minimum wage in Kogi State, and it was being paid and implemented by the previous government. This is what some of us were frontier in fighting because of them when I was the chairman of Nigeria Labour Congress, and it was implemented.
The issue we had with Kogi before now was the issue of non-payment of salaries, which the new administration came out strongly to say that they have corrected it and they are now paying as at when due.
The media space has been awash with news about fragmented salaries and non-payment of pensions in Kogi State. A development Onu Eduka, the special advisor on labor matters, insists things changed.
Today, we have 100% of our salaries being paid as at when due. We equally have on notice too that His Excellency is already paying 100% pension to both local government workers and state pensioners.
This is NLC insisting on the new minimum wage agreement. So let's get back to studio and just have a very few words on this. This lingering minimum wage, or do we call it the starvation wage that is waging? Divine, I kind of look at this as not being their priority. I mean, Chief Bola Tinubu's priority, in the sense that since it's past like 2 weeks now that the minister, he said to put this together, send this to him, and we are yet to hear whether it has been dealt with. And the last time he did a broadcast on the 12th, he said he was going to communicate with the National Assembly, and today is the 25th day of June, which of course we know is over going on 2 weeks now, and he has not communicated that. So it seems like the average Nigerian minimum wage issue is not really bothering Chief Bola Tinubu. If not, he would have sent that over. And it seems like the labor unions are just in waiting, and the Nigerians who are actually suffering are just sit on the look.
Well, I don't think the Nigerian Labour Congress are being truthful, to be very honest. There's something they're not telling Nigerians, because we don't expect this form of relaxation from them, right? It's coming, talking about the fact that for over 1 month we've been on this conversation of minimum wage. They've just been, in the beginning, like, people predicted, they were, putting fire, threatening strike. We thought maybe this was going to be something different, but after the first 2 meetings and all of that, they've just relaxed, and they have this very lackadaisical attitude towards the whole minimum wage thing. And so, like you rightly said, I don't think it's a priority to them, to be honest. They're just granting random interviews without actually putting pressure on the government, right? And it's sad that we have to do all of this to get a basic wage, to know what the average Nigerian is entitled to at the end of the month, to know this is what I'm using to fend for my family and all of that. So I think it's really sad. But at the same time, the Nigerian Labour Congress, they've not done what I expect them to do. I mean, like, we expected them to go on strike. When the strike started, they said, okay, they were giving them a 5-day break. I was like, okay, let's just assume for a minute that the 5-day break they are, giving is just so the government can just, do deliberations on what exactly they're going to pay. And then they're going to come back to tell Nigerians what their minimum wage is going to be, or if they don't get favorable reply, they're going to go back on strike. But they just, took everybody's hopes high and then dashed it. And so I don't think they're being very, very fair to Nigerians. Both the government and the Nigerian Labour Congress, they're just, I don't know.
Yeah, I can recall what happened either in Kenya, somewhere. Is it Kenya or is it in one of these our African countries, where common increase on a bread price, wheat price, made all the youths to come out. I think one Chigozie Alex actually brought that thing on. That was, I saw that thing yesterday and I sent it. It was a video that he did showing where youths came out in their numbers saying that this is, and it's a very small thing increase that happened. But when it do happen in Nigeria, you see everybody will go back and be shouting they are hungry and all of that without actually coming en masse to, make the government do the needful. That is what's happening in Nigeria. But while we see if we can get out that Chigozie Alex video where he actually put this, notwithstanding the background music that was there, we want to project there where he said a whole lot of things that has to do with Nigerians trying to take back their country and all that. Coming back to you, Peaceful Peace. You don't hear this this NLC, they talk and say they know they're serious, they know whole interest of Nigerians and all of that, because 5 days, just like Divine said, after the 5 days they went to Switzerland, enjoyed themselves, came back, and they are still on it. And right now they are just speaking grammar wherever they are. Not minding what is happening in Kanu, not minding that what is happening in River State, that it has federal connotation. Everybody knows, say, they chook hand for inside. So, you think, say, Labour really gets Nigerian workers where they talk, say, then they protest their interest. You think, say, they get them for mine? Because we they see what in they happen. Hunger still they beat those people. The salaries where would they talk myself, no, they even reach their transport money to go work. It affects everybody, including all of us. We say we day here myself.
Yes, so what you talk natural, just like the Yoruba proverb go take talk and say the dog we go get lost. Now the dog we forget to follow the right path or the dog wey no wan follow the pack go, e go surely get lost. True these people, their negligence, their nonchalant attitude sef dey very appalling, because they don start this thing, e don tey. They started from where they do their dispute. After their dispute, they enter strike. After their strike, they enter protest. After the protest where they do small thing where they can't do, can't act drama, be na Nollywood movie, they show us small. They say that they go for relaxation. You don't see where person they pursue something. You dey pursue something and you know say you won't get that thing where you dey pursue, then you can't say you dey go for relaxation. No be say una no go come back, make they rest more. From that rest, they travel, go their Switzerland, talk, they come back, they do small thing. They not even dey serious. Like I talk, I'm say these people dey undemocratic, they are selfish, they not even carry anybody, as in they not carry the masses for mind. They just they play. Small time now you go see other parties, they go come join them. Before you know, they say ASUU don't go on strike. Innocent children now go house, go sit down. If they really won't get this thing, as they talk and say they need and make government act, them too suppose act. Then if they start to act, you go see the seriousness in them. But right now, they never serious.
Well, that is part of it. We've seen the NLC is not really serious, or rather doing these things, what they are doing to the interests of the Nigerian workers. I think they are really using the Nigerian workers to catch crews and to bring relevance to themselves. Their own personal interest is what they are looking at for. If not, we don't see the reason why, as at now, that this very why the bill has not been sent and they are not taking action. Well, we'll be discussing more on this as we get reports that are coming on, whether it has been sent to the National Assembly. And when we come back again, we'll be having another discussion on the APAPA, the Lamidi APAPA group now joining forces or reuniting with Abure. That will be coming later on the day. But until then, bye for now.
Hello Nigerians, it's Chigozie once again. Today, let's talk about the recent happening in Kenya and relate it with the happening in the supposed giant of Africa, Nigeria. In the heart of East Africa, the streets of Kenya are alive with the voices of a generation demanding for change. Thousands of young Kenyans have taken to the streets to protest against a new finance bill that includes a 16% tax on bread and generally threatens to deepen their economic hardships. The protest began with the government's decision to pass a controversial financial bill. This bill, seen as burdensome by many, includes increased taxes and levies.
The security agencies are supposed to be custodians and guidance of our constitution.
The youths of Kenya decided enough was enough. Social media buzzed with calls to action, and soon the streets of Kenya were filled with chants for justice, economic reform and accountability.
I'm here because I want to protest, because our parents didn't have the guts to stand before and protest against Ruto, but what he's doing is bad governance, and we're here to protest and show him that if our parents can't do it, we can do it.
We are not going anywhere. We are rejecting the finance bill. Parliament Sutapika, Niskume. I'm here for Kenya, I'm here for my people, I'm here for your rights.
But let's turn our gaze homewards to Nigeria. Here, we face similar, if not greater challenges. Our minimum wage is a paltry $20 compared to Kenya's $131 minimum wage. Our leaders pass bills that increase our economic burdens. Yet, the response from our people has often been silence and resignation. We always adjust to accommodate more poverty and never ever have a breaking point where we stand up to say enough is enough. Recently in Nigeria, the prices of tomatoes and peppers skyrocketed, and instead of citizens to speak up, they resorted to inventing cucumber stew, while some families have adjusted to making vegetables and palm nut stew. Who has bewitched us? Imagine if we, the youth of Nigeria, would harness the same spirit of activism and demand change from our leaders. We have the powers to shape our future, to hold our government accountable, and to reject policies that push us further into poverty. The youth of Kenya are showing us that it is possible. Their courage and determination are a beacon of hope. reminding us that our voices matter. We too can stand up against injustice and fight for a better and brighter Nigeria. Active Citizen Nigeria is calling on you to rise, get involved, get informed, and start taking action.
Please, the security agencies are supposed to be custodians and guidance of our constitution. Where there are issues of constitutional disparity, it is expected of them to always refer back to the Nigerian constitution. But what we are seeing in Rivers State, like after the tenure of the outgone local government chairman, the governor sent in names to the assembly.